Come on and join the queen. Today is Thursday, January 7th, 2020. I would like to talk about what is going on in Washington, D.C. for just a little bit. So please come join the chat. Give your opinions, the 411, on what you think is going on in America today. I decided to go ahead and talk about what happened in Washington, D.C. yesterday and get it out of the way. Hello, I got two in the chat. Thanks for joining me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining the queen. She's trying to drink her coffee and honey. Eat a scone at the same time. We're going to see how we can work this out. Hello, everybody. Come join the chat. Come join a brief chat with the queen about what's going on. Olympus has fallen. Let's see what we can do to make it better. I don't know if there's anything we can do. You can't change the minds of other people, so we're in bad shape right now. Bad shape. Bad shape. Two in the chat. Thanks for joining me. This is bad business right now, what's going on in America right now. I didn't want to talk about it, but I'm going to go ahead and knock it out the box right quick. I've got 5 in the chat, 2 thumbs up. Thanks for joining me. This is going to be a brief live because I don't want to talk about this all night. I want to get some rest and do the queen because I haven't watched anything. Hi, how are you? Hi, Stephanie. How you doing? I haven't had much time to myself this week for covering the stories about, all that shenanigans going on out west. So today I want to talk about something else pertaining to America and what's going on in America right now. I just uploaded a video talking about the stimulus checks and the buffoonery going on with the stimulus checks, and it's just a bunch of BS. How you doing? Just blessed. Thank you so much. Hey, Diane. Thanks a lot. I'm going to go on and get into this because I don't want to be on this all night. I want to hurry up and read the said information. Most of you have heard about what's happened in America, about them storming the gate on Capitol Hill, and I'm going to bring you some information pertaining to what has happened and transpired pertaining to all the shenanigans. Okay. Here we go. Capitol riots live. Officer has died after pro-Trump violence as police chief resigns. If you need a source, this is by the Independent. Thanks for joining me. Hey, everybody. We'll try to hurry up and read this. A U.S. Capitol police officer has reportedly died from the Trump riot in Washington, D.C. The officer becomes the 5th person to die following the violence at the Capitol building on Wednesday. Earlier, Joe Biden branded the Trump rioters as domestic terrorists as the identities of the 4 people killed during the violence in Washington, D.C. were revealed. Metro City Police confirmed that Benjamin Phillips, 50, of Schuylkill County, Pennsylvania, died of a medical emergency, along with Kevin Greason, 55, of Alabama, and Roseanne Boylan, 34, of Georgia. Air Force veteran Ashley Babbitt, 35, of San Diego, California, was shot and killed at the U.S. Capitol building. The attack at the... I don't know why they got these words blocked out. I don't know. They've got stuff blocked out in this article. Something about the attack of U.S. democracy by far-right groups, including the Proud Boys, who boasted of causing absolute terror, has received international condemnation, while former presidents Barack Obama and Bill Clinton have directly blamed Donald Trump's incendiary and baseless claims of election fraud for the violent scenes. Mr. Trump was suspended from Twitter after he described protesters as very special, told them we love you, and repeated his false assertions over the election in a video message meant to calm the situation. He has since been indefinitely banned from Facebook and Instagram. Yes. God is good. My God is good. He is great. Underneath this article, it says Trump tells aides he wants to pardon himself, reports claim. Who has called on cabinet to out President Trump? Timeline of the insurrection. Could the 25th Amendment see Trump removed immediately and Congress seals Biden victory as president? Donald Trump says his supporters defiled the seat of democracy in a new video. Donald Trump says his supporters who stormed the Capitol building defiled the seat of democracy in a new Twitter video. The outgoing president condemned the violence unleashed by his supporters that left 5 people dead and promised a seamless transition of power. A new administration will be inaugurated on the 20th of January. My focus now turns to ensuring a smooth, orderly, and seamless transition of power. This moment calls for healing and reconciliation. Yeah, I couldn't even get the word out. Biden attacks public standards of policing as ex-security chief says response was botched from the get-go. In the wake of the insurrection at the Capitol, U.S. Capitol on Wednesday, I'm going to switch over. It might be a little bit better. I can't read this screen I've got. It's just horrible up here. Okay. In the wake of the insurrection at the U.S. Capitol on Wednesday, lawmakers and members of the public are asking why the police response to the incursion appeared lax, particularly in comparison to Black Lives Matter marches over the summer. How's everybody doing? On Thursday, Joe Biden gave a press briefing in which he acknowledged the Black Lives Matter supporters would have been treated very differently than the domestic terrorists. I agree. Supporting Donald Trump that stormed the building. He's right. If it was Black Lives Matter people protesting, it'd been a whole lot of dead black folks and white folks sitting up there. Now, I do agree with that. Okay. Greg Graziosi has more. A U.S. Capitol police officers died following the Trump riot in Washington, D.C. Reports say he is the 5th person to die from the violence at the Capitol on Wednesday. A San Diego woman was shot and killed by law enforcement after supporters of the outgoing president stormed the Capitol to try and prevent the certification of Joe Biden's election victory. 3 other people died from medical emergencies during the chaotic scenes. So, good Lord, that means what? Some people had heart attacks or whatever. This is crazy. Yeah, LaShonda, you're right. Absolute thugs and gangsters. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's anything else up here to pull up. This is just absolutely. The U.S. Capitol Police Chief will resign his position on the 16th of January following the storming of the Capitol building in the Trump riot. The U.S. Capitol Police Chief is resigning on January 16th after this incident that took place yesterday. The resignation of Stephen's son comes just hours after it was demanded by the House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. The police chief has come under fierce criticism for his department's response to the violence as videos from the scene show officers seeming allowing rioters in the Capitol. Yeah, that was wrong. That was wrong. It says Trump poisoned minds of Capitol rioters, says ex-chief of staff. Donald Trump's former White House chief of staff says their outgoing president is squarely to blame for the Washington, D.C. violence. What happened on Capitol Hill yesterday is a direct result of his poisoning the minds of people with the lies and the frauds, John Kelly told CNN News. Top federal prosecutor in D.C. says Trump not off limits in investigation. Washington, D.C.'s top federal prosecutor says Donald Trump is not off limits as they look into the Capitol building violence. U.S. Attorney Michael Sherwin said that investigators will look at all actors in the probe into the Trump riot. Yes, we are looking at all actors here, not only the people that went into the building, but were there others that maybe assisted or facilitated or played some ancillary role in this, said Mr. Sherwin. We will look at every actor and all criminal charges. So it's just a lot of people giving their commentary. Kayleigh McEnany condemns Trump riot violence. Donald Trump's White House press secretary has condemned the appalling violence unleashed in Washington, D.C. by his supporters. I'm here to deliver his message on behalf of the White House. The violence we saw yesterday at our nation's capital was appalling, reprehensible, and anti-ethical. Y'all been making up words. Antithetical to the American people, says Kayleigh McEnany at a press briefing. It's got a weird name. What we saw yesterday was a group of violent rioters undermining the legitimate First Amendment rights of the many thousands who came to peacefully have their voices heard, she added. Oh, she said that they then walked out of the briefing. She then walked out of the briefing because I'm not want to say her name, so I can't even pronounce it, without taking any questions from reporters. So it's just a lot of people giving their commentary. I want to read you all something that's coming out of my neck of the woods. Most of you have probably seen Homegirl on the news that got maced in the face. Well, she's from right here. She's from right here, everybody. This is the last article I'm going to read, and then I'm going to go into the chat. Who is Elizabeth from Knoxville, and why is she trending? The said source of this article is WVLT TV, Channel 8 News. A woman who identified herself as Elizabeth from Knoxville has gone viral on social media after she was captured on camera at the Capitol Wednesday, explaining that she was maced after storming the Capitol with hundreds of supporters of President Trump. A woman who identified herself as Elizabeth from Knoxville has gone viral on social media after she was captured on camera Wednesday, explaining that she was maced after storming the Capitol with hundreds of other supporters of President Trump. Yahoo's White House correspondent Hunter Walker filmed Elizabeth from Knoxville. In the video, Walker asked what happened to the woman. In a tearful response, Elizabeth from Knoxville said, "I got maced. I made it like a foot inside and they pushed me out and they maced me," the woman said. "My name is Elizabeth. I'm from Knoxville, Tennessee." The reporter asked the woman why she wanted to go into the Capitol, to which she replied, "We're storming the Capitol. It's a revolution." WVLT News visited an East Tennessee neighborhood where the woman possibly lives. 3 different neighbors said they did not know if she lived there and that new people had just moved into the house in question. Representative Gloria Johnson and Representative Tim Burchett took to social media to condemn the woman's actions. Burchett said she's a criminal. Now, know that this person who I'm speaking of, I don't care for him. He's a Republican here, and I don't care for him. Tim Burchett. I don't care for Tim Burchett. Gloria Johnson says, "Look out, Knoxville. Look out, hashtag Knoxville Elizabeth. Trump's prosecutors just said if you travel from a state to participate in this, you will be prosecuted." I wonder if that goes for members of the league too. While Johnson said, "Look out, hashtag Knoxville Elizabeth," Trump's prosecutors just said if you travel from a state to participate in this, you will be prosecuted. Others commented on Walker's video, as well as such as Twitter use Joe somebody, who said, "I just can't fathom this. These people all come across as suffering from serious psychosis. They really sounds like people who are quite ill. The emotion, the panic, the madness in their eyes." And also in the said video, you will see, I think, where they interviewed her after she got maced. "I just can't fathom this." Another user said, identified as Charlie Tonelli, said, "I think my brain just exploded. She talks about a revolution like it's a tour of Disneyland. I came to burn the place to the ground and they pushed me. Where are my rights? This is the worst revolution I've ever been to. I want to talk to the manager." This is the guy's poking fun. Okay. And others have tagged the Federal Bureau of Investigation in the video. Officials said 4 people are known to have died, 52 arrested. The FBI said it's looking into more people connected to the riot, but it was not immediately clear if Elizabeth from Knoxville is on the organization's radar following the riots. Congress reconvened and went out on to certify Joe Biden's election win. With 2 weeks left in power, Donald Trump confirmed that while he totally disagrees with the outcome of the election, there will be an orderly transition on January 20th. Trump was temporarily blocked from both Twitter and Facebook following yesterday's events. WVLT News visited the East Tennessee neighborhood where the woman possibly lives. And as I state, they're saying she lives in Maryville. She may be living in Maryville. That figures. Maryville is considered one of our little racist cities in the Knoxville area. For those of you who are familiar with our great area, Knoxville, Maryville, Tennessee. We hear y'all don't like blacks too much out there. This is by WVLT. I also had something else I wanted to. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. I can't get my bearings together with this video today. I apologize. Something else I wanted to show you all, and this is about the bombs that they found. Hold on. Whew, all this reading. Jesus Christ, give me a break. What is going on? All this is stupid to me. I got 20 in the room, 11 thumbs up. Sorry to be all over the place. Trying to see. Here we go, right here. It's the last one. I thought I was going to be finished up. Greetings, everybody. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me. This is by ABC News, and this will be my last one because you all need to hear this. Explosive devices found outside of RNC and DNC were live, not fake. Source. Another device was found outside the Democratic National Committee headquarters. U.S. Capitol Police confirmed Thursday that the devices found outside of the Democratic National Committee and Republican National Committee, a few blocks from the Capitol, could have caused great harm. The U.S. CP Hazardous Materials Response Team determined that both devices were, in fact, hazardous and could cause great harm to public safety, police said in a statement. A federal law enforcement source told ABC News that the suspected pipe bombs were active and not fake devices. ABC News has obtained a photo of one of the two suspected explosive devices discovered Wednesday. The device in the photo appears to be wired with a timer and was found adjacent to the Republican National Committee headquarters on 1st Street Southeast. After the initial device was discovered near the RNC, police searched the area near the Democratic National Committee headquarters building a couple of blocks away and found a second device under a bush, authorities said. And naturally, 4 people are dead from this breach on the Capitol, and they feel like this was a pro-Trump mob during a failed insurrection. Both buildings are a short distance from the U.S. Capitol, where violent protesters broke through police lines and stormed into the complex just over an hour after the devices were discovered. 2 suspected explosive devices were rendered safe by the FBI and our law enforcement partners, said FBI in a statement Wednesday evening. Bomb technicians used water cannons to blast the devices to essentially break them apart and render them harmless. Investigators are examining the recovered pieces to look for clues about how the devices were constructed and about the sources of the components, sources said. Forensic experts are also conducting chemicals analysis on any substances found in the devices to determine if they were filled with explosive materials. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, U.S. Capitol Police, and the Metropolitan Police Department are assisting with the investigation. The investigation is ongoing, the FBI said. I don't know about the U.S. Capitol Police doing anything because the U.S. Police, Capitol Police, he just resigned. That's by ABC. I'm done with all this foolishness. I'm done with all this. 24 in the room. Olympus has fallen, everybody. The people have gotten crazy, lost their damn minds. Right. And that's the point that Biden was making. If it was people protesting Black Lives Matter, most of them people probably would be deceased right now. They would have maced them, shot them, done everything. You let these people storm the gate. You're supposed to have appropriate security up there at the Capitol building, just like you would around the White House, all of that. You're supposed to have, hey, Nitra, you're supposed to have, excuse me, move over here. You're supposed to have security in place because this is government. You see, what has happened is you have people who don't have respect for themselves. And they want you to think like them, act like them, walk like them. So if you don't act like them, you don't do what they say, then they let you know, okay, we're going to go to Washington and we're going to act the damn fool. Same thing what they did months ago in Detroit when they ran up there to the Capitol building in the state of Michigan. That's my subject today. I'm not talking about anything else but what happened yesterday in Washington, D.C. That's all I'm talking about today in this live. Hey, Lita, how you doing? So you don't like people doing this, doing that. You're mad because this man has been voted in as the presidency. He ran, the votes came in. Deal with it. We have been dealing with things that we don't care for in America for hundreds of years as African-American people and also Mexican, white civilians, Jewish, Arab, whatever your nationality is. But nobody has the right to go messing up there, running up there, putting bombs by buildings and bushes because you can't have your way. And that's what's wrong with people. You're the same people who will say that you're Christians, that you believe in what's right and wrong, But you take a day off. How you doing, Margaret? I'm sorry, I'm addressing everybody. You pick and choose what you think right and wrong is. So you're a Republican, independent, whichever, and you have voted for this man and you want him to stay in office. So because he didn't get the votes, now you mad and now you want to go run up there and break protocol and endanger the lives of people. And what's sad to me is you got 5 people dead. You have 5 people dead. You got 5 people dead. Some of these people had, I think, medical emergencies, which led to their death. Probably having a heart attack from all the upheaval and fussing and cussing and pushing and shoving. And like that dizzy girl from Knoxville who got maced, you play childish games, you win childish prizes. You had no business going up there. And you see the law up there is saying in Washington, if you travel from another state to incite a riot, you will be prosecuted. So, Becky, they know where you are. Because now you've been put on Front Street by opening your wagging mouth and telling America you was maced, and you're from Knoxville, and you're trying to be a part of a revolution. And now people know that they think you live in Maryville, Tennessee. Yeah, Queen telling it. So now your neighbors got to worry about now having news reporters run up and down the street because your dumb ass went up there fumbling around trying to get your foot in the door. I don't know where the hell you thought you was going. Where were you going? You were not going nowhere. Well, see, that's what's wrong is that you got these sick people out here, as I just said, that defy logic, common sense, and the law. They obey the law when they choose to obey the law. The same people who have been down in Black Lives Matter, this and that, are the same people who stood up there and ran and tried to break protocol up there. You are picking and choosing when to obey the law. You had no right to go up there. You had no right to go up there. It wasn't your place. It wasn't your place. I'm trying to eat a scone and some coffee. I'm late. I haven't had dinner, breakfast, nothing. I slept when the queen needed some rest today. But this is ridiculous. Diane says they found a noose. I don't know. I hadn't heard anything. I just picked up a few articles to bring you pertaining to this, to show you that some people have passed away. Trump is going to let what's going to be. But I feel like he's the grand orchestrator. He showed this from the beginning when he was running for office, that he was vile in his commentary toward American people and civilians. He has gotten away with never paying taxes, defrauding people out their money who have worked for him, who have tried to do things for him, did things for him as far as painting one of his, I was at a hotel, but one of the rooms in one of them resorts or something, hotel resorts or something. The painter didn't even get paid. $30,000 worth of paint never got paid. This is what I'm talking about. The man is vile. And you got sick people who have been following in behind him. And these are those same people who ran up there in Michigan, storming the Capitol there in the state of Michigan, blocking the streets, didn't want to wear a mask. So now you see how radical people are. So that's why I said, this man to me is an antichrist. That's what I think of him. He raised up from the ground, the abyss, and he was elected office, Satan's spawn. And these people have been running around, following in behind him like they're robots and high on dope. And two, let me say, there are Republicans who do not rally in behind Mr. Trump. Let me make that clear. Say what now? I read the Capitol Police declined help for the feds 3 days before the protests. Well, Stephanie, the police chief now doesn't have a job because he decided to resign. But the House of Representatives 9 times out of 10 just said, you either step down or resign. You want your pension? How you want it, but you're not going to stay up here because you are been given this position and you're supposed to follow protocol. And you should not have let that happen. And this is ridiculous that you people out here decide when, where you want to decide to follow the law. You don't like something, now you want to storm the gate. You storming the gate in one state about the mask, raising hell. You're running around in the stores, don't want to wear the mask like everybody else want to wear it. Now you're running up here mad because this man's been voted the president. It's stupid. I don't know why. I mean, let me reframe what I'm going to say. Let me reword this. I'm shocked that they didn't storm the gate when the votes came in and when they declared it. Because, you know, it took them damn near 2 weeks to declare it, and everybody still was fussing and fighting about the votes. Georgia, Pennsylvania, whatever. Some of you people need to grow up and realize there are citizens in the country that have 2 feet, 2 legs. They can hear, they can see, they can write. They voted for Mr. Biden. Accept that. Stop trying to say it was fraud, this and that. How's it fraud? How's it fraud? You didn't do all this when Obama got elected. You weren't storming gates when Obama got elected. You weren't wanting votes recounted when Obama got elected. When Obama got elected, you didn't want no recounts. You weren't storming the gates nowhere. So why are you doing it now? We have radical people here in America. And the same people who claim that they are Christians, right fighters, law-abiding citizens, they are liars. And what they did in Washington, D.C. yesterday proves that. They do not care about other citizens. They do not care about nothing. And they don't care about themselves. Because you could have got yourself killed up there just because you want to tell the world you like Donald Trump and you want him to continue to be the president. Well, guess what? He ain't. The people have spoken. Deal with it. Just deal with it. Just deal with it. We deal with things every day as citizens that we don't like. Things we don't like about people. Things we don't like about the state government. Things we don't like about the national government. Things we don't like about church. Things we don't like about the neighborhood we live, the apartment complex we live in. That's life. And if you're going to be one of them Debbie Downers that you feel like you got to go tear up stuff and get crunk, you got to bring out the AK to prove a point. Hell, why just don't kill yourself? Go in a corner somewhere and blow your damn brains out. Because that's really the road you're going to be taking any damn way. You're going to do that after you done probably snuffed out 50, 60 people because you're mad at the damn world. And that's why I keep telling people, a lot of these people they are just like the people they criticize that they say are crazy and radical. You are just like them. You are just like them. You took off your Sunday shoes and your Sunday coat and you marched your ass up there to Washington and you stormed that gate. And you ought to be shaming yourself because you're too old for that. You're too old for that. And so while everybody was praying about a peaceful transition into the White House for 2021, New Year's resolutions, praying that we have a better life, I don't see anything getting better. And that's not being a Debbie Downer. That's just being realistic. If these people in the first of the year are storming the gate in Washington, D.C., planting bombs at the Republican and National Convention centers, what else you think gonna jump off by the time January 20th roll around? They could have been working. I don't know. I look, like I said, I don't speak on nothing I don't know. But all I'm saying is there's some sick people out here. There's some sick people out here. And you have people who are following behind people because they like what they're talking about. They like the rhetoric. They like the hype. So they're like, hell, I'm with it. I'm with Trump, whatever he say. I'm with it. I'm cool with it. And frankly, if Trump thought he could get away with it, and I honestly feel this way, I would see him aiding people to tear up stuff. White civilians, not black ones, but white people. I think he would tell them, you're my supporter. Yeah, don't tear it up. Let them know you behind me. Because that's the attitude and the rhetoric that he spends to the public. Telling the people to what? Towards the what, baby? You seen footage of police telling the people towards the Capitol saying go. He was saying wait for the 6th of January. You will see what happens. Well, leaders, that's what I'm saying. They stormed the Capitol to get those voters, but couldn't find them. Trump sent them for it. Oops, they kept it from the mob. Ha, you are right. Okay. But that's the point I'm trying to make is this man has been spewing venom and rhetoric from the moment he ran for office. He has been vile and corrupt. And he's just like those people who stormed the gate. Excuse me. And he's in support of this nonsense. And I don't see him being quiet after Twitter and Facebook has banned his ass. He gonna keep doing it. But guess what? Ain't nobody gonna care. You'll be talking to yourself because you won't have no power to do anything. Well, that's right. I'm gonna give this. TWT the vlogger says, like Kurt Franklin said, if those black and brown people were doing what they just saw, then they won't be alive. No, they wouldn't be alive. And that's what Biden said publicly. Hello, Joan. How you doing? I'm not trying to ignore all y'all's comments. Sorry. But that is the point. That if those were African-American people up there hooping and hollering about whatever, it didn't even have to be about Black Lives Matter. Let's just keep it 100. Because everybody want to keep riding on that Black Lives Matter. It wouldn't have mattered what they was up there talking about. So long as you were brown skinned and you was up there, you could have been up there talking about your city ain't got good water. Somebody been ready to knock you down or knock your brains out. Well, Stephanie, you're right. Talking about Trump won the electoral. Let me repeat that. Hillary got more votes, but Trump won the electoral votes, but didn't call that fraud. And Stephanie, that's a great point because see, I really didn't understand all that about the electoral college, but I feel like it should be vote for vote. Whoever has the most votes in the city, state, then that should be the winner. That's how I look at it. Because I really don't understand the electoral college. I think it should be just like when you playing basketball or football. If you ran down the field over the line with the calf skin, that's your point. You kick the field goal, that's your point. You put the ball in the hoop, that's your point. You make a 3-pointer legally in the line, that's your 3 points. Not who clapped the fastest standing up in the stands, who gets the most support in their city. You see where I'm going? Who's the most favorite team in America? It don't work like that. Because then that's not democracy at all. Lord, what is it now? Oh, Jesus. Y'all wait till I get on live. Well, Nietzsche, ain't nobody care about being with their kids. What do people care about being with their kids? Some people don't care about their children. Excuse me. People don't care about nothing. Excuse me, I'm reading something somebody sent me. Somebody sent me a new video about what happened up there at the Capitol. Look at this right here. Hold on. Thank you. Thanks. Whoever sent this to me, thank you. That's a dirty motherfucker right there. Hold on a minute. I'm going to show y'all what happened. This was a setup in Washington, D.C. Hold on one second. The officer is opening the gate and allowing the people to run in. And he's telling them to come on. Can you see? Thank you, baby, for sending me this. Thank you so much. I want to make sure everybody's getting a view of what they are seeing. So you see, that's all it takes. Let me thank her. This is one of the viewers, one of the fans sent this to me. Thank you so much, baby. Now I gotta try to find a way, find that on Facebook, to post it to Facebook. See, this is what I tell people. All it takes is one person. Even if, some of you like to believe in conspiracy theories, this and that. This is what I always say about that. A lot of times it ain't that. It's just one person who talks to Joe or Peter, Mary. Hey, come on. Or they go do it on their own. You see right there? That's one person opening the gate to let them run in there. He did that by himself, that officer. It's somebody, I guess, on the I don't know, Joel. Sean King, whoever he is. It's through TikTok. Somebody was filming it. And I guess I don't know if he's the one that was standing there filming it or not. Yeah, Sean King says new video. So maybe he was up there watching the people filming. Because he's not going behind the gate. He's just standing behind the gate, and the people are now flocking going into the gate. If you watch the video carefully, he's just standing watching the people go in. This is ridiculous to me. So this one fat Teletubby decides that he wants to be a Captain Save-A-Ho and allow these people to come in when he's supposed to be working security up there. And you're going to let those people go behind those gates. Frankly, those gates aren't secure enough to keep people out. They're TikTok gates. And I mean, look at him. He's running with a mask on, right, waving at him. Come on, come on, come on. Shameful. So guess what, sir? Somebody's going to know who you are because it's now national news. I'm sure this video has probably gone viral all over the world. Hello, Dime a Dozen. Okay, Joel. You have now allowed these people to come through this gate, but I also blame the government too, because that gate is not a secure gate to keep people out. That's just just a little barrier, little metal barrier. That's not nothing that a person couldn't even climb over. You could climb, even if it was bolted to the ground, let's say. You still could hop over it with your legs. I don't care if you were 5'6", 5'7". If you needed help, you could push yourself over it. That's the point I'm trying to make. If it was bolted to the ground. But the fact that it's not bolted, you could just push it over. But see, this is atrocious to me, that this man is sitting here opening the gate and letting the people come in, and he's motioning to them. This is sickening to me. Just sickening. And now you don't have a job, sir. And you're also going to have to worry about. Thank you, Nitra, for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you, baby. I'm glad you appreciate me. Thank you so much. He said, thanks for everything you do. Thank you, Nitra. This is sickening to me. That you're willing to lose your job. Hard as it is for people to find work right now, there's people who don't have work. You just had that black girl jump off the bridge in Memphis with her damn baby. For whatever reason. They said her COVID testing job ended last month. So who's to say she quit her job because she was having financial problems? She couldn't take care of her kid. Maybe she didn't like living where she was living. I don't know if she's living with her grandmama or whoever. I don't know her situation. But she dead now. And her baby's dead. Because she jumped off an overpass and fell on top of a truck with her baby. So you sitting up here with a damn job. And you letting these people come through there. Now, I'm not saying they couldn't have pushed it over and knocked them down. But that ain't what the camera shows. The camera shows, thank you, Nitra, that you willingly told them people come on in. I think they would have pushed the gate anyway. But still, he's complicit because he's motioning for them to come on in. That's just foul. We are going to continue to have problems in this country because, like I said, this country was built on fraud in the first place. You built this country on fraud. You dead people. You can't hear me because you're in the ground gone. But for those that want to continue to rally for this country as if it is a peaceful coexisting place, it's not. Yes, this is not a peaceful place because you have people here who are sick and they have radical thinking. And if you don't think like how they think, they want to cuss you out, call you dirty names. They want to plant bombs. They want to blow up stuff. And it's sad. Well, yes, the officer should be fired now. Yeah, that's why the chief of police resigned, because he knows he was in charge of making sure his workers do what they're supposed to do up there. So now you got this Teletubby opening the gate and letting the people come in. Obviously, this is why the chief of police resigned, because you got this guy, this video that went viral, that they're showing one of the workers, security officers, letting the people come in. And he's motioning like, come on. Yeah, get it. Get him. They don't tell him what he was saying up under that mask. Come on, y'all, come on. So now guess what? You ain't got no job. Teletubby. And the chief, he done resigned. So all this was for what? Donald Trump gonna give you something in your pocketbook after tonight? You think Donald Trump gonna give you something, Mr. Officer? He ain't about to give you nothing. Because see, this is what I've been trying to tell folks. Trump don't even give a damn about himself. Anytime you can spew venom 24/7 via an app, when you should be worrying about the country, you don't care about nothing. And some of you crazy ass people, y'all out there rallying for this man like he the chosen one. Last time I checked, when Mary gave birth, it was only one chosen one. Come on with it. It ain't but one Jesus. And he ain't had a sidekick, a co-pilot, not nothing. And you people rallying behind this man like he God. And he ain't. And this is why I say to you, why I know the world is troubled and demonified. Because these people have done just what we've been saying. What's wrong with the people in America right now? You are radical thinking. You're no different than them people you judge overseas that strap bombs to themselves. Oh, come on with it. You ain't no different than them folks in Iraq, Iran, Syria. You on that same level. Your shoes are just a little shinier. Your suit is a little shinier. But you just like them people that you judge every day and think it's okay for us to go over there and detonate their little cities and their towns looking for terrorists. But you just like those people. How are you different? You just proved that when you ran through that gate, you stupid women, some of you probably got children. You are no different than a woman over in Iraq that will put a bomb on herself and blow herself up on a city bus or in the town square. You that same lady. You that same kid. You that same man. You no different than those guys who bought airplane tickets on 9/11. Come on with it. I'm going to school you. You just like them. You decided to learn how to take flying lessons just so you can fly the plane in the building. What the guy told the instructor in Florida, oh, I don't need to know how to land. Ding! You didn't think that was something suspicious? Stupid. You supposed to have been called the FBI when he told you he don't care about learning how to land the plane. Well, damn, boo-boo, how you gonna land the plane to get down to get out the damn plane? You got to get out this plane before you can go plot to kill the people on 9/11. But see, you want to tell us a story after the fact. Well, go talk to them dead folks that's incinerated with the Twin Towers. Right. They are one and the same. So don't come talking to nobody about you different than somebody else you just like. TWT Vlog says, but the funny thing about it is that Trump will possibly get arrested. Well, we'll see. Let me tell y'all something. Do you all remember The Omen, the movie? For those of you who like scary movies, any of you in the chat remember The Omen? The original Omen? At the end of the movie, the little boy smiles at the camera because he's now being taken care of by the president. And in the next installment, he grows up. He ends up becoming the president. Right, Damien. That's what the hell y'all voted for 4 years and hope you're going to get 4 more years. You all been watching the Damien up there in that White House. That is what has been going on. Scripture tell you that. Y'all voted for that. That's a Satan spawn been sitting up there. And if you ain't never believed in the Bible of Jesus, you ought to believe in it now. You ain't never believed in the devil. You should believe in the devil now. Because you've been looking at him and hearing him on Twitter. And I'm glad Facebook and Twitter said, we ain't getting ready to do this no more. But see, where I blame Twitter and Facebook is that you waited too long to ban him from Twitter. You've had years to ban number 45 from Twitter. You have let him terrorize this country and abroad with his venom and people running and checking, trying to see what he's talking about. I wouldn't dare go on Twitter to see what he's talking about. I don't go on Twitter, period. I sure as hell won't waste my time trying to log in to see what the hell he's talking about. I don't give a damn about Twitter. I barely care for Facebook. Well, and that's the point. A lot of people don't read. That's all Twitter is about, is reading what somebody else said. We already know a lot of people get the information via somebody else. Girl, let me tell you what they said on Twitter. Let me tell you what Donald Trump said on Twitter. Let me tell you what Pookie said on Twitter. Nobody care about Twitter. I don't care about none of it. Because all this is nonsense to me. All this crazy stuff that's going on in the world is crazy to me. Those people storming the gate, to me, I'm not shocked by what they did. Because in my heart, I believe everything that happened is just like what happened in Virginia, Charlottesville, Virginia, when they mowed them people down. It's all the same to me. Well, dime a dozen. You talking about you concerned about his mental state. They should have got him out of the office. But you can't just get somebody out of the office. You see, they already tried and they waited to the last minute. Why are you going to try to get somebody out of the office the same year that they're going to have a new vote? That didn't make no sense. I don't think you should have let him in when he was running. You should have told people, well, I don't think it's a good idea to let a person come into the country, they ain't paying no, come be a president, they ain't paying no taxes. That's what I would say. Sorry, I'm sorry. But you haven't paid any taxes while being a United States citizen, so I don't think you'd be a good fit for the candidacy to run for president. Y'all could have tried to stop that when it first started. Y'all let him run. He got the votes. He was voted in. Nobody raised hell. Nobody tried to stop nothing. Because I said to myself then that night, I knew Hillary was disappointed. I said, y'all should have went on and count them votes. Why not? You did it this time. You suing, bringing up lawsuits. You suing. Damn near every state. And just like what somebody said, it happened to be the states that had more black population and black voters who voted. Don't you find that coincidental? Such as Atlanta, Georgia. Well, Alicia, baby, we've been in trouble. Because like I keep telling people, this is an old saying. You know, I'm a little older. I might be a little older than some of you in the chat. I got an old mind. Can't nothing good come from something bad. Now, although God created number 45, and he says he created us each in his image, that's still a demon-fied person to me, because he don't care about people. And I know everybody is flawed and have sinned and fornicated. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you are just outright damn evil. That you cannot sit down without talking bad about somebody. That even the people that you brought in on your team to work with you, for you, you don't have nothing good to even say about them. That the first time they say something you don't like, now you talking bad about the folks. They're evil, they this, they're incompetent, they're a buffoon, they're this, you know, all the nasty things that you shouldn't even be saying about these people when you have brought these people in on your team. But see, that just goes to show you the man is heartless. He wants a puppet. And so long as he can pull the strings on you, he good with you. But you step out of line, now you're public enemy number one. And number 45 has proven that. And these little croonies that falling behind them and getting all on social media crying and moaning and calling people names, getting on here criticizing Black Lives Matter and the Democrats are this, oh, y'all this, y'all buffoons, y'all crazy, y'all want welfare, y'all want this. Most of them people talking are fraudulent themselves. You done robbed, you done stolen. You done put fake information on your taxes. Yeah, Queen gonna go there. You done lied. You done cheated. You done probably cheated on some of your exams in school and college. You're probably adulterous. Bye, Nietzsche. Nietzsche, get out my chat with that with Paula White. Hopefully somewhere by the fireplace being still. Don't you start. Don't you start talking about them women. This is terrible. Alicia, you see that? She done brought up Paula White. She done went way back in the book of life. You ain't asked what Monica Lewinsky was. Oh, Queen. Scandalous. You know, I was watching a documentary last night about John Kennedy. Learned some interesting things about him. It's running on A&E. It was on YouTube. I've been watching stuff, you know, about the other cases going on. So the John F. Kennedy documentary came up on the queue. And I was just listening to some of the stuff. John was rough. He was connected to the mob, and so they say. Said he liked to have illicit sex. I said, Dad, how you know that man business? That man dead. He ain't coming back, but you know all about his business. It just goes to show you, you don't know people. People sin, people fornicate. But one thing about John F. Kennedy, people love that man. Because guess what? They show pictures of when he got assassinated, and them people were crying. White people were crying, and the black folks were crying too. A black woman was just crying when they shot John F. Kennedy. He was loved no matter what he was doing. And that's my point, is that you're not going to know all the things that people are doing that are politicians. You don't know them because they're just random people. That's what people fail not to understand. Yes, love my documentaries. People lose sight of putting people on pedestals, and that's what's wrong with us. You lose sight that they are human beings, and you act like they the spoken one, the chosen one, and they are not. They are just human. So you willing to go all out and beat up people, shoot people, storm the gate, and your ass got maced in your face because you didn't belong up there. And didn't nobody in that Capitol building send for you. That's an old woman saying. I didn't send for you. So always remember that. When you want to say something to somebody that they got smart with you, just tell them, I didn't send for you. Hello, Patricia, how you doing? I didn't call you up here. I didn't call you on the phone. I didn't send you a Dear John letter. Hey, come on, you don't want me to preach. I didn't send for you. And that's what they told them boo-boo the clowns yesterday. That's why this woman out here from Knoxville got maced in the face. And what her dumb self don't understand, a boo-boo, don't you got a job? You ain't worried about your job, seeing you up there at the Capitol building, storming the gate and getting maced. We better hope you ain't somebody's mother, setting a bad example about how to properly behave in public, period. Lord, what is it now? Y'all just sending stuff? What is it, baby? I can't take no more of this stuff. I can't take no more messages. Hold on one second. One of y'all sending me something. God, I don't want to see nothing else. Where's the volume? The volume ain't playing. This is what one of you all sent me. You know that's too funny. Y'all are crazy. Y'all stop sending me crazy stuff. Lord have mercy. Yeah, they gonna start making memes out that stupid one because she's stupid. She didn't have no business up there. Now they making memes about her on Facebook. That's her dumb self. Didn't have no business going up there. Now you getting ready to be the joke of the internet. Now they making songs about you because you done got maced. Well, that's what you wanted. Childish games, childish prizes. Remember that. I don't understand. I got 35 inside of the chat. One just left. 39 thumbs up. Thanks for joining me. We're out of control. I'm 58 minutes in, almost at the top of the hour. Stupid, 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 stupid. I've never seen such stupid people, not in my life. There's a lot of things I don't like about the world, but I ain't about to go storm no gate. I ain't getting ready to go beat on nobody's door. I'm not getting ready to go to Nashville, to the Capitol. Hey, Blondie, how you doing? I'm not going to go stand out there about nothing. And I ain't trying to run over the gate. I ain't trying to mow nobody down. I'm not going to try to find no explosives. I ain't got time for all that crazy stuff. 9/11. Well, Edward, that's the point I was just making. That when you think back to 9/11, the stuff that those people thought, the reasons why they did what they did, is no different than what those people just did up there at the building, at the Capitol. You have the same mindset. I'm shocked Trump didn't refer to them as thugs. Wow. Well, they ain't thugs. He was sitting somewhere skinning and grinning, and then he decided, well, I better go make a statement and tell them now that you know what y'all did was wrong. But guess what? What you say and what you think are two different things. He gave a comment, but deep down inside, he was glad they did it. He was glad they did it. He said, oh, they're showing them they love me. These are great Americans. Great Americans. They love me. They love me. They love me. That's what he was saying to himself. But guess what? Number 45. What you gonna do now without Twitter? Ooh, Satan. You really mad. Twitter said, we got this finally. We're gonna go and put you on out. We're gonna put you down like a rabid dog. You and your friends. We're gonna put you on down. They ain't getting ready to listen at you talk no more. And you ain't gonna be able to talk from that White House no more from the microphone. So it's a wrap, homeboy. Donald Trump. Oops, I forgot. You can't even make a Facebook page. So I guess you're gonna go on Instagram. But all that's connected. Facebook, all that. Everybody owns somebody. Facebook owns Instagram. Google owns YouTube. You ain't getting ready to talk nowhere. Well, that's what they probably gonna work on, Edward. Ask him, can you leave a little early? Sir, can you pack your bags a little early? Less than 2 weeks. So guess what? You and Melania and that boy better get your U-Hauls ready. Or as they say, call 2 men in a truck. He better call 2 men in a truck and get their little stuff out of there. Oh, Mike Pence spoke against Trump. Why? Because it's over with now. The dream is over. The dream is over. So Pence can now be who he really is. He can stop being a puppet. Scotland said they don't want him either. Scotland? Girl, what you talking about, Scotland? What they got to do? What? What you mean? Is he supposed to be going to Scotland or something? Or you just making a joke? Don't start no mess in this chat. Don't nobody in the UK want to fool with him. They gonna tell you better stay right over there in America. We got our own problems. We don't need you. Oh, he got a resort there. Okay. They should have made Donald Trump clean that mess up before so Biden can have a clean slate after Biden smudged the evil out. Honey, I hope we never hear from Trump again. Yeah, you're going to hear from him. There was a rumor that he was going to go to Scotland. Well, Alicia, guess what? He can go over there if he wants to. And see how it work out. Girl that found that man slumped over somewhere in a chair. Execution style. Because over there, you don't know what might run up. Especially in a foreign country, do what they want to you, carry you out and throw you in the water. Won't nobody know nothing. Pence needs to take over till the 20th. Now that's funny. Good luck with that. Let me tell you something. Let me finish chewing my food. Wait a minute. If Donald Trump, hey Queen News, if Donald Trump was to ever have gotten sick in these 4 years he was in office, I mean really sick, and he was in the hospital, I've been on 1 hour and 4 minutes, baby. If he was ever gotten sick to where he was like in the hospital on an IV, Trump would have crawled out of bed and scrolled out the hospital in his nightgown and IV bag, trying to get to the White House because he would not have wanted Pence to be talking and doing nothing on his behalf. That's how grimy he is. That's how egotistical he is and a sociopath. that man would have crawled out of a hospital bed or hospital window and ran down the street in Washington, D.C. in a gown. And if he had to call an Uber or a hitchhike, he'd have made his way back to that White House and let them know, I want nobody speaking on my behalf. That's his mentality. He's just vile. And when I hear people talk on his behalf, what you tell me is that you think like him. You think like him. And I know they tell us in the book, the good book, not to judge people, not to judge all Democrats the same, not to judge all Republicans the same, but I have to be leery of anybody that will fall in behind Donald Trump, because I have to say to myself, what do I actually have in common with you? Because you see, if you will follow behind him and rally behind him, speak up for him, you're telling me that you don't care about people. And that's my opinion. And I've tried to be nice to people in the chat that come on and say they Republicans, come on and say they like him. But what I have to ask myself is, are you really on the Queen's team? Because I'm for the people. That's who the Queen's for. I don't care how you look, how tall you are, what's in your bank account. I'm for the people. So if you for Donald Trump, to me, you telling me you're not for the people. And you get up here and get in my chat and on all these social media sites talking about you care about children. Yes, some of y'all, I'm going to call you out. A lot of you do that. You love rallying behind the stories pertaining to these children, missing, dead, all that old type of stuff, people being hurt. But then you still rally and say, oh, I'm a Donald Trump fan. But how? Because you can't have one without the other. You see, you can't be a right fighter and you're following Satan. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. I said it. As we said in the old days in church, there's a leak in this old building. There's a leak in this old building. Well, right, birds of a feather flock together. And that's what I try not to do, because, you know, being on this platform, you can lose a lot of viewers and subscribers when you start talking about politics and they don't agree with what you're saying, but they like other stuff you've been saying. But like I try to tell people, I try not to mix politics on my channel much, because I know how hectic and it can jump off and get real nasty. Hey, Cynthia, how you doing? But I'm going to keep it real. You can be a Republican. That's your business. Because I can't tell you how to live. But when you start talking about that, number 45, and you like him and you believe in the stuff he stands for, then yeah, I got a problem with you. Because to me, in my opinion, you're not a people person. To me, you walking around with a mask on, following in behind Satan's spawn. And that's just how I feel. And that is how I feel. Now, I've talked to some people who are Republicans, and they don't care for Donald Trump. So we copacetic. I know somebody right now that's a Republican. We don't never talk politics. We never have. We've never gotten a disagreement because we don't ever discuss it around each other. And she let it be known she was not a Trump fan, but she's a Republican. Now, had she started talking that Donald Trump talk, she been talking to herself. I'm just keeping it real, because I'm not going to listen at it. I'm not going to let you get in my ear talking about how you like somebody that don't even like himself and spews venom all day, every day, and never has a kind word to say about anybody. But then you be the same person saying, well, I'm civilized. I like people. I care about people. I care about children. I care about this. No, you don't. No, you don't. So if you can fall in behind that and then go do what them folks did up in Washington, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. And if some of you out there right now are Republicans and you think what they did up there yesterday was right, you foul too. I just got a notification. Calls to get Trump removed. ABC News is running on the news right now as I speak to you. And I was thinking about that too. Were there any children out there? Edward said the heck kids out there. See, I was wondering about that too. You stupid enough to take your babies out there in an unforeseen situation? Okay, Edward, we'll talk to you later, baby. Alicia, they don't care. Alicia said children were there. That's stupid. What Trump stands for is the same things the folks stood for. Right, and that's the point. That man is selfish. He don't care about nobody. He ain't never even paid the taxes. And that's what you're supposed to pay legally, depending on your income. So the fact that you have gotten away with not paying what you're supposed to, something is weird to me about that. And I blame the government because you allowed that. Okay, Nietzsche said it was the largest gang fight I've ever seen yesterday. Girl, I got to watch it. See, I didn't want to look at it because I was busy doing other stuff yesterday. You know, doing my interviews and all that kind of stuff and gathering my information. So I didn't get into any of the national news. He just wants notches in his belt and fame and money. He doesn't care who he hurts. Well, but see, that's the whole point. This is what he's been doing. Okay, Edward, you still here? Okay. But this is what he's been doing. That's the point. He's been doing him. He's been cheating and scheming and scamming people. Had that university and scheming and scamming all them people that was trying to get an education through his school. I would have never entered no school with Donald Trump's name on it. Boo-boo, you was good at doing what you was doing, which was The Apprentice. A TV show. You had no business in the politic arena. But some of y'all voted for him because you wanted him in there. And now look what you got. I'll tell you what. I feel sorry for some of them Secret Service people that's got to work with him once he get his tail up out of there. You go take Donald Trump to the Chick-fil-A one day and I'd leave his ass right there. I wouldn't come back. Well, we'll see about Biden fixing the mess ever. See, the one thing y'all don't understand is you can't fix stupid. You can't fix stupid. There's always going to be somebody complaining. There's always going to be somebody angry. There's always going to be somebody radical. And that's how the world came to be in the beginning. Everything that's going on right now, yesterday, tomorrow, was going on when God created man. Man was selfish from the beginning. When there was no trees, well, no, you know what I'm saying? No microwave, no stove, no electricity, no car, no sewing machines, no telephones. You get my drift? Man was foul from the jump. They ate off that tree. That was it. And the world has been the same ever since. And that's what a lot of people don't really sit and think about. Well, I'm on IG, baby. Big Sexy 71. If you're going to send me anything, videos or anything, that's it. Nietzsche's stupid talking about the meth heads was running wild. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Why did you call them the meth heads? Girl, you ain't right. They probably done popped some pills. Some of the white folks probably popped some of them pills. I ain't trying to be racist because, you know, it's some white folks. I love everybody. But in a few little video clips I saw, I didn't see no black supporters running. And probably some out there because he do got some black people who support him. Oh, Kanye West, stupid ass. Kanye West, you ain't been right since your mama died. You should have got you some help. Because you went from talking about Taylor Swift to this to that. I believe I can fly. Your ass just dumb. I first felt sorry for you when your mama died, but you just got outrageous. Yeah, I heard about that. Lil Wayne. I ain't heard about Ice Cube, but Lil Wayne, I didn't like that comment somebody made. He got mad at his girlfriend because something about Donald Trump. But Lil Wayne got more problems. He's facing federal charges, gun charges, and drug charges, and all that. So Donald Trump should be the least thing on his mind. But that's all I wanted to talk to you all about, was just what's going on in America. That we have some very sick people out here who are not going to obey the law under no conditions. Well, he may be, Nitra. He may be. But the sad thing is, like I said, you can't tell people how to think. You can't tell people how to walk and talk. We're going to always disagree about something. But I'm just the kind of person, if you start talking radical people talk, you start talking about overthrowing the government and raiding buildings and bombing stuff and vandalizing stuff, I don't got no conversation for you. And I don't care who you are. Oh, they found a black cop because he was doing his job yesterday. Oh, I ain't heard that. So I haven't been watching any of the stories pertaining to what happened yesterday. So I'll probably do that for a little while. You just get the gist of some of the top stories pertaining to Olympus. I thought that was a good title for the video. Okay, it's on Instagram. Okay. Yeah, this has been just some crazy stuff going on in the world. And that's what's so sad, is that it's a new year. You're hoping to hear some good news. You know, you're hearing people about the stimulus check. People still not getting their money on that. And that's why I'm saying, with all the terrible things that can go bump in the night, we already got enough stress on us just being human, period, in our own life, our own peripheral. Then you got this outside stuff going on to get y'all worked up and get your nerves bad. And I try not to let nothing that go on in the national news bother me. National, local, because I don't have no control over it. And so long as it don't affect me, I'm not trying to get my head befuddled with all this nonsense. Because, see, them people made a fool out of themselves going up there doing all that. We just sitting in the house with a box of popcorn and a Heineken looking at you like you'd have lost your damn mind, running up there trying to break in them folks' bills. Girl, pass me the Cheetos. This getting good. You're making a fool out yourself. Why would you do that to yourself? You could have got killed up there. Who's to say somebody else radical don't show up wanting to pop you because you want to run up there and run in them folks' buildings? What if somebody else had came and said, come on, let's mow them down. Let's shoot them. Use your head. And Becky up there screaming. She from Knoxville. You should have never told nobody that. You ain't from my hood. Need to stop. These people stupid. Well, I tell you what. Yesterday was the 6th. So if these people are crazy enough to do this on the 6th of January and the man going to be in the White House January 20th, what the hell y'all going to do on the 20th? The heel have eyes, don't have common sense. Nitra, you and the jokes, you're killing me. But I'm serious. And I shouldn't say this because I don't want to feel like I'm inciting what to be something negative. But if you're willing to do all this on the 6th of January, what the hell are you going to do on January 20th? COVID. Look, the same people that's rallying behind Donald Trump, a lot of them, they don't care about COVID. Ain't you to realize a lot of the people who I told you were storming the gate at the Michigan Capitol and what happened yesterday? Those are the same people that don't want to wear masks. Put them together. A lot of these radical anti-government Republicans too don't want to wear masks. The reporter asked Biden, is he concerned when he speaks on the 20th? They better not do nothing to Biden. Oh, Lord, listen to Queen talking about suicide mission. Girl, I hope not. The meth head's immune system must be strong. Now, you need to be nice. You showing that. You calling them folks meth heads. What they should have been doing was over in the corner shooting up instead of running up there. You done paid all that money to go to Washington, D.C. You could have bought you several steaks and some nice baked potatoes and some scrimp and some good butter and some lobster tail what you call them thing? Crab legs. You sitting there wasting your money to go to Washington, D.C. That money you could have bought some detergent and some toilet paper and stacked up. You all are stupid. Did you see the man that sold a stand he took on eBay for $2,500? No, I ain't. Nietzsche said they probably ain't paid their bills. I'm trying to understand what he's saying. Did you see where the man sold the stand he took on eBay for $2,500? I ain't heard that. Yeah, game changer. Trump should be locked up because of that video yesterday. Well, we will see what's going to happen. My hair will not lay down. We will see what's going to happen. We going to see. A hot mess. Oh, this is a hot, hot mess. A hot mess. And I will pray. I hope it was FBI that bought it and now he's busted. Oh, okay. Well, what I'm hoping, praying, is that on the 20th, when Biden goes up there, gives his speech, that everything goes well. We don't have any problems with any type of rioting, any type of explosives, any type of shootings, nobody getting in their car, trucks, trying to mow nobody down, because there will be a lot of people out there rallying in favor of Biden when he is inaugurated. So I'm praying in less than 2 weeks, everything goes in that man's favor, because Biden ain't done none of these stupid ass folks. And folks, if you like them, you like them. If you don't, okay, cool. But all this other stuff is childish and it can get dangerous. And why are you all out here wanting to hurt and harm people because you don't like this man? You don't even know Biden. You don't know Biden. You don't know Donald Trump. That's what these people don't understand. You do not know number 45. And you sitting up here willing to go to damn jail on somebody you don't even damn know. Walked out with a big stand smiling like he was right. Oh, you talking about up there at the White House, he took a stand. I misunderstood. I was thinking, what are you talking about, a stand? Wait a minute. His braces are getting tangled up. Wait a minute. Oh, you had lost me. Yes, they will be prosecuting those rioting, fighting the police and cap. Well, they should, because that's federal property. If you such a right fighter, you should know that. Sorry, game changer. I'm sorry. You own federal property trying to get into a closed facility that you don't have no access to. You should know the law. It's no different if you went to your city and town right now and tried to push open the damn city county building where you all have your courts and your clerk office. You know you don't belong in there. If the office says closed, what you doing jangling on the door handle trying to get in? So when the police pull up, what you gonna say? Well, I left my key, I left my raincoat behind. No, you ain't left nothing in here. But we're gonna take you to the jail and you can explain it to the judge in the morning. Grow up. We live in an uncivilized world and we all got our own opinions, but you don't have no business breaking into court buildings, government buildings, state buildings, local, national. Sit your ass down somewhere and mind your business and stay in your lane. You want to get mad? Go get your fifth of liquor and watch the news and jump up and down in your house where you pay bills. And you can cuss and fuss all you want right in the privacy of your house. Just so long as you ain't in an apartment jumping up on top of somebody's damn head. Good Lord. People are stupid. Cops even helped them do the riot. Well, I just showed the video, Edward, before you came in. Somebody sent it to me through Instagram, showing the guy opening, the little gate and letting the people fall in there. Game Changer said they were pulling each other up by the ropes that they tied to the poles and things. See, all that right there, that's crazy. I'm not getting ready to do none of that. Hey, the only time you should be tying a rope to anything, and sheets, it's like that dude months back that was coming out of that Chicago jail with them damn sheets, and he climbed to the bottom with them sheets. He climbed out of a window. That's the only time you ought to be trying to climb or get on some rope and sheets, is when you trying to break out of damn jail. Not this right here. I'm not going to sprain my good ankle trying to go up in the Capitol building. I got some big legs. I think you know that. And this queen ain't about to sprain nothing trying to get to the Capitol. I wish the hell I would twist my ankle trying to run. The only way I'm going to run is if you look like Jason or Freddy Krueger or Michael Myers. Then this is when that big girl will be out of breath running. But other than that, this whole craziness is stupid to me. Oh, so you're supposed to shoot if you cross that line. Better be thankful. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Alicia, there's no hope. That's what I keep trying to tell y'all. The people are out of control. Now, what this heifer doing outside the door? Probably drunk. Look at me. You know I'm so evil. Guess she got a stimulus check. Guess she gonna smoke some crack and drink some wine tonight. Yeah, I said it on live. Be the main one talking about they can't pay the damn light bill. Stop smoking crack. You can pay your lights. But you're not coming back down here getting nothing else out this apartment. I am not the corner store. I bet y'all said, Angela, you on live saying that? I did. It's craziness. Yeah, well, you're yeah, I said it. I can hear outside the door this girl that live in the building. She making noise. Her and her company going up the building, and she'll be the main one in 2 weeks broke because she didn't spent the stimulus check on wine and beer and this, and then we want to go to ask somebody for something. Okay, what I tell y'all, can't nobody come in here and get nothing. The only way you coming up in here is if you the damn FBI, you pushing the door open because you thought a suspect was up in here. You had proof a suspect was up in here. Because if you ain't got no proof and you push my door open, oh, I'm falling all the way down in the floor and I'm getting an attorney. Well, dime a dozen, I don't see anything happening with Trump only because they've given him a pass all this time. Okay, game changer, I keep it real. Donald Trump has had a pass from day one because really he didn't have no business running, but he had the money, so that's neither here nor there. But I think people should have voted to say, sir, you can't run because one, you've never paid taxes, and we're trying to understand what citizen who has the income that you've had over the years has been allotted the freedom to not pay taxes. And to this day, we have never gotten a reason why he did not pay taxes. You're not going to sit here and tell me there was some special loopholes for him not to pay taxes. Everybody paid taxes. When did you hear that Bill Gates didn't pay taxes? You ain't heard that Oprah Winfrey ain't paid taxes. Jay-Z ain't paid taxes. Michael Jordan ain't paid taxes. LeBron James ain't paid taxes. And these are all wealthy people. So what the hell are they talking about? Yeah, they did cheat Hillary in 2016. And I do believe that. Because I think just what happened with Biden, that's what we should have done with Hillary. Because I know she was devastated. Because I was devastated for her. Because I thought, oh my God, we got this blockhead getting ready to come into office. It's about to be on and popping. If you ain't got a gun, you better go buy you one. Because you sure gonna need it. With these crazy knuckleheads running around here. What y'all say? His sister did his taxes. Joel, stop. Well, how she do his taxes to get him? But as long as you have income, Joel, you got to pay your taxes. Okay, Russia hacked the election. Well, this is how I feel. Before he ran, he ain't paid no taxes. How are you a United States citizen with higher income not paying taxes? So the government is in cahoots with whatever. Now, this is when we can start talking conspiracy theories if y'all like talking about the Illuminati. That's a conspiracy because how is it number 45 has not paid taxes? Why does this man keep filing bankruptcy through the years? And folks kept swearing for God he was so smart. No, boo, if you're so smart, you wouldn't be filing bankruptcies. You'd obey the law and pay your taxes like everybody else and live happily ever after. But see, what a lot of you don't know is a lot of the businesses that Donald Trump had, he did not rightfully own them through his funds. People saw that he could do well and network well and thought he was on, and they gave him the money to do stuff, to front for the businesses, the hotels, the casinos, and they just left his name on the logo. Queen reads. He got a lot of government grants. For what? How does he qualify to get a government grant? For what? You're a businessman. What does a businessman need a grant for? For what? You mean a loan? What are he getting grants for? Nonetheless, there's been BS with him, and whoever's been helping him, his accountant, all them in cahoots together because it's ridiculous. Because there's no way I'm going to sit here and believe this man should have been walking around not paying no taxes. Oh, properties to build some of his buildings. Okay, but that's why I kept trying to tell you all. It was done in a documentary that a lot of stuff that people thought Donald Trump owned, he did not outright own it. His name was on the logo, but it was not his money that funded the buildings, the place, the business. So you all have been hoodwinked and bamboozled. That he ain't had no money. There's a documentary done years ago that said a lot of these businesses y'all think he owned, he did not own. They just let him keep his name to generate money because people had already thought in their head he was this well put business person, blah, blah, blah. But anybody with sense should know, how are you educated person and supposed to be such a great business person, but yet you keep filing bankruptcy? No sensible person is going to keep filing. We already know the loopholes with filing bankruptcy. It's to get you out of paying for stuff. You accumulate so much debt, and then you can go file bankruptcy so you can quit getting sued for stuff. So you file bankruptcy. It's a scam. And you've done it, what, 3 times at least, or 4? So come on, y'all. How's that a great businessman? Well, I may check the book out, Alicia. I may check it out. I'm surprised he ain't sent nobody to knock her off. I'm telling the truth. I'm surprised he ain't sent nobody to knock that little girl off. Because you know if you get out of favor with Donald Trump, it's on and popping. I don't even like saying his name. Like some black man says, don't say his name, call him number 45. I'm ready for number 46. I don't know about you. I'm ready. I'm going to pull out all the champagne bottles. I don't care if you like buying or not. I just want to look at somebody else. I'm tired of looking at that up there. You could have got Boo Boo the Clown up there as a president. It'd been better than looking at number 45 and that orange face and that block hair, that block head he got. His head is shaped like a damn SpongeBob. SpongeBob Trump. I can't stand it. I thought, dude, you need to go to the barber and get an appropriate haircut for the shape of your fat head. Or just go bald. Shit. Sick of you. Yeah, I said it. That flap over hair he got. Go to the barber and let him trim you a good haircut. Damn, they got magazines. Orange head. That's a good one, Edward. That's what it is. Oh, I ain't never seen nobody head so square in my life. I said, Satan, look at your head. Satan, look at your head. Damn. I mean, that thing is square. That thing square like a big old box. Walk in, you think you got a Christmas present. What's in here? Nothing. A box of rocks. That's all that's in his head. Talking about Joel said he is bald. Well, Joel, I think that's his real hair. Because I've seen some pictures up close where it looked like it's just flipped over. But he needs to get a good hairstylist because this has not been working. Yes, number 46. Look, what a... yeah, you know how it goes. Anytime you talk about Satan, something goes wrong with the lie. Last night, talking about them children's uncle, my phone went out. Everybody thought somebody had flagged the channel. I said, no, honey. I'm telling y'all, every time I talk about something crazy on the channel, a person, my phone starts to buffer. Now, y'all like conspiracies. We just talked about Donald Trump, and you see blockhead, orange head, fat head, box of rocks. The phone started buffering. Last night, we was talking about that, them kids' uncle out in California. Boom. The phone started buffering. Somebody said, did they flag our channel? YouTube got more important things that they can flag besides what I'm talking about. Because I'm not talking about nothing up on here. But it's an hour and 37 minutes in. I didn't think I was going to be on this long. Lord, it's a lot going on the news right now. I just got another notification. Hold on a minute. Lord. Somebody sent me a message. Sorry about that. Let's change the subject then. I don't want to get off on talking about nothing serious, Miss Cynthia. I'm trying to keep my lives only at the subject that the title says. Because then when you start branching off, and I really don't want to talk about that other subject out west. I'm tired of talking about them kids. I'm just, no disrespect, but I can't deal with it. And I don't have no new developments. I might jump back on later because I need to eat me something. I haven't had dinner. So I might find a topic I kind of wanted to rest. I've been trying to get on, but I was trying to take care of my tax business and all this other crazy stuff. And I'm sick of. Look off Trump dump. Well, everything went about Donald Trump per se. We was talking about what happened in Washington, D.C. Gayle King needs to interview Trump just like she did R. Kelly. Okay, now TWT, now you show enough messing. Yeah, good luck with that. You can see somebody over there trying to get him prepped and ready for, Alicia, you wrong for that mango menace. Somebody over in the corner, Donna, you got a little hair out. Let me flip it over for you, honey. Let me try to get you ready for the live. Oh, Lord. I wouldn't interview number 45. I don't care what paycheck they put in front of me. I don't know. Let me think about that. It wouldn't be a good interview. Because I wouldn't let him get a word in. I wouldn't let him get a word in. He'd be up there jumping up and down, hollering and screaming, falling on the floor. Tell him, you going to let me talk? Are you going to let me talk? No, I'm not going to let you talk, Satan. You've been talking for thousands of years, Satan. No, not tonight. You cannot speak. Cheese doodle. You y'all wrong for that. I wouldn't want to be in his presence. I wouldn't either. I don't care if he came to town. Somebody said, number 45 coming to town. I'd be like, is he handing out goodie bags? You hand out some Victoria's Secret or some Bath and Body Works. I might stand out in the line. I'll stand out in the line and wait for you. You can ready to pass out something free, a goodie bag. But I don't want no, what you call that, Magna hat. I don't want a red hat. 45 is full of antics, and I give him no attention. Well, see, and that's why I said a lot of people live their lives all befuddled and riled up and upset because of the stuff they're hearing and seeing. on the news with politics, this and that. They want to go fight everything. They want to go rally everything. They want to storm the gate like what some people do. Sometimes you just got to lay in the cut and accept things for what they are. There's better ways of handling things. This ain't the way you handle things. I will interview him just so I could talk trash to him like he has done. Well, and he wasn't doing them. Get up and leave and tell you, well, I'm getting ready to go. You're not gonna let me say anything. I'm out of here. That's what. Look, that's what DT would do. DT would get up and leave and be like, "Oh no, y'all ain't gonna let me talk. You ain't gonna let me say what I gotta say." But you know what I think is interesting? I just can't believe that nobody has tried to harm this man. Don't you find that interesting with all the Shia poo he talked? Nobody has tried to assassinate him. And I'm stunned. And I'm not promoting violence. Let me make that clear. Disclaimer in my video. I am not promoting violence against the number 45. But I am stunned that nobody has attempted to pop one in him. African Americans shouldn't have been shocked. Let me see. We are used to the heel, have eyes community. Well, that's my point. We have been suffering for hundreds of years, African American people. The world has been in turmoil for thousands of years. So really nothing should shock you about nothing that people do. We do get like, oh my God, I can't believe they did that. I can't believe she did that. He did that. But humans have been doing what they want since Adam and Eve was in the garden. Come on now. All the great stories that you've heard of the things, horrible things man and woman has done to man and woman and children. Yesterday should be no shock. As I stated, that Charlottesville incident with them racist folks mowing folks down in their cars, the KKK. How in the world could you be shocked about yesterday? These people are crazy, and they don't give a damn about nothing. And they're going to keep doing stuff. This will not be the first incident pertaining to the Hill, and this won't be the last. You see, they were stupid enough to put 2 bombs up there, 2 pipe bombs, and then they didn't discriminate. They put one by the DNC, then they put one by the RNC. They don't care. Democrat and Republican buildings. They said, we're going to go out 2 in a bang. We mad. So you mad at the Republicans and you mad at the Democrats. Because see, if you'd have just found a pipe bomb at the Democrat Convention Center, then folks would have been like, well, yeah, we know it's Republicans behind this because we only found a pipe bomb at the DNC. But see, they put 2 pipe bombs. Don't you find that interesting? 2 pipe bombs. Both political affiliations. So one now has to wonder, who did that? Same person or group? Crazy. I'm going to cut this live short because I'm going to give me a bite to eat. I might jump back on a little bit later. I might rest. But I have enjoyed talking to you guys. You all are wonderful. I got 25 in the chat. 50 thumbs up. You all have been good. Got a super chat from Miss Nitra. You all are good to a queen. I want to thank you for everything. And if I find anything else interesting before the night's over, I might jump back on. I'm going to relax, eat a little something, relax. And there's no updates to the other story that we talk about out west pertaining to the children. I've looked on social media, YouTube, before I got on. Nobody's uploaded anything new. So everything is still the same pertaining to the little boys. But I wanted to bring you all this story because this is, thank you, Alicia, this is national news. And you all know that I do cover all types of stories and headlines in America on my channel. So I don't stick to no one thing to talk about because that's not healthy. And I'm not trying to get my head tangled up on one thing that's been happening terrible in this world. But as you see, it's the new year. People are mean. People are evil-spirited. And I don't see anything changing with our country. I'm hoping the best for Mr. Biden. Let me make that clear. But I don't see people changing. I see people getting worse. I still feel there are some good people in the world. I still feel there'll be good deeds done in the world. But besides that, there's still going to be evil people, natural disasters, because that's the earth doing her thing. And yesterday's representation of how bad it is. COVID, no COVID. People are just evil. And we're going to continue to have evil people doing evil things because they have bad spirits and they don't know how to deal with issues. And they decide to take the law into their own hands. And that is not the right way to handle business, because we all could go out here and get jiggy with different people about different situations. And if we all did this, there would be nobody standing on top of the dirt. Everybody be laying down. If we just jumped up and started pushing the people's doors, beating up people's cars, breaking out car windows, breaking out home windows, business windows, there has to be an end to the madness. You to change that. Your thinking and how you do business. That's the only way to change. Like, share, subscribe, drop your comments. So thanks, everybody. Love all. I'll jump back on. If I do, I will post to the community board for those who don't get notifications about my channel. If I decide to go on, I will post to the community board that I'm coming on, and that way you'll know to look for me. Have a safe night. This is Everyday Shenanigans. Bye-bye.